Hello everybody, my name is Argyle Rooster, playing some Life is Strange. Now this voiceover is actually post-recording. As you can see, I've already had a save file in this game. And I'm actually recording the audio again for the same reason that I have a previous save file. I recorded it using Shadowplay from NVIDIA, and my audio is super quiet. You actually may hear it in the background of the video. In the future, I'm going to definitely fix that, so it's actually pretty simple, I think. But I will fix that so you won't hear both of them. But I didn't really want to go back and play through it again, as I've already played it twice now. So we're going to start a new game and get into it. Life is Strange is a story-based game that features player choice. The consequences of all your game actions and decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. So if you've never played this game, you can choose in the story. There's not too much straight-up action involved. It's more like a choice game. It's more about the narrative. This is the first scene of the game. So let's just watch it.
Where am I? What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the lighthouse.
So this is the opening scene of the game.
I hope.
And we start by making our way up towards the lighthouse. I'm in control of it. You can see how good this game looks. We're playing on all high settings, I believe, at the moment. The resolution is 2560 by 1440. I'm not sure if I uploaded it that. I may have to upload it at just 1080 for the time being. But it still looks amazing. And that is one big ass freaking water spout. Just holy shit. Exactly.
Holy shit.
Okay. I know what I said before when I was playing this game, which is something I want to say again. If you were standing that close to a freaking water spout that big, which happened looked to be a mile wide, you wouldn't be just holy shit. You'd be scared for your life.
Pieces of time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's
There I
cool.
go. I'm going to change the settings. So again, 2560 by 1440. We do have VSync on. I turned up the anti-aliasing, although in this gameplay, in this art style, I don't think it's going to matter too much. But I've actually tried to turn the VSync off after I played and recorded, and it kept locking up my game. So
I'm okay.
I don't know what that's about.
Light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in
I
black
didn't
and white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
So in this game, you
There you go, Victoria.
use your mouse a lot.
Why Artis?
Because of her
Like I said,
images
there's
of
not
hopeless
much like
faces.
direct
You
action
feel like
involved.
totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
Look at this crap. How can I
She
show
doesn't like
this
her
to
art
Mr.
style, but again,
Jefferson?
she's a
I can hear
high
the
school
class laughing at me
girl,
now.
teenage girl who, I mean, everybody, all of us have been in high school at one
She
point.
saw
If
humanity
you're
as
watching this
tortured,
and you're
right?
either in high school or you're not in high
And
school
frankly,
yet,
it's bullshit.
I mean,
Keep that to
you know,
yourself.
we doubt ourselves,
Seriously though,
but
I could frame any
I
one of
can't
you.
believe I still
like
have
that
this
photo,
pencil
she didn't like her
case.
photo. She
I
didn't
should
think she had
upgrade
good
to the
enough skill, but I
21st
think that's a
century.
pretty nice photo.
But
I mean, I
like
think
it
that's
old
something that you
school.
could put on a wall.
Isn't that
and,
too easy? Too obvious?
you know, have a lot of people look at,
what
have
if
it as a
artists chose to capture people at the height of their beauty or innocence?
My little camera
as
bag
installation,
and
art
battery still
installation.
kicking.
She could have
But
taken
you
another
you
approach.
click on the different things
have
and you
to
move your
admit,
mouse up and down
Anybody
to
else
select,
looked at this?
you know,
What
look,
would they
read,
think?
use, take a photo, And this journal, you actually, once you make choices in the game, they will actually appear in the journal. So these are days that have already passed that we actually didn't get to play. The scene with the lighthouse is not in here. I'm not sure if it'll be here in the future, but I know it isn't in here right now. But I've always enjoyed that art style of, the little drawings
I'm
and all
not
the
a big
books.
fan
I've
of
never,
her work.
even in
I
high school, in
prefer
college,
Robert
never
Frank.
did drawings like that.
Me too,
Never
Victoria.
had the time to sit
He
there
captured
and
the essence of post-war beat America.
sketch in all my
And
books.
I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your
And I said it when I
generation
first was
not the
recording
to
it.
use images
This
for
this
selfie
game is
expression.
a lot about the narrative, a lot about the story.
I
So
couldn't resist.
I'm gonna try
The
to
point
keep
remains
my
that the
talking to
portraiture
the minimum.
has always been a vital aspect of art and photography.
None of this is
for
really
as
important to the
long
story,
as it's been around.
honestly.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest,
If any of
and
you
clearly wanna
played
join
any of the
conversation,
Telltale
can you
games,
please
there's the Game of
tell us the name of the
Thrones,
process that gave birth to the first
Wolf Among Us,
portraits.
or the Walking Dead series. It's similar. It's very similar, but there are a few changes, but they are very substantial changes.
You're asking me? Let me think.
Okay,
You either know this or not.
what
Max.
teacher is just
there
gonna get
anybody
mad
here
at
who
you
knows
for
their
having to
stuff?
think?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes.
It's not like she's
a
sitting there
process that gave portraits a sharp reflective
being an
style
ass,
like a mirror.
or
now you're totally stuck
just
in the red
ignoring the
zone.
teacher. She's
Sad face.
trying to figure out what the hell's going
Very
on,
good, Victoria.
and she starts
The
talking,
Daguerrean
and he gets mad.
process brought out fine detail in people's faces,
And
making them
she called those
extremely popular from the
daguerreotypes,
1800s
but
onward. The first American daguerreotype
as far as I can
self-portrait
remember-
was done by Robert Cornelius.
Look
Yeah,
at this
and so
crap.
you can
How can I show
still
this to Mr.
view the
Jefferson?
photos
You can
over and
find
over.
out
can hear the
But
class
I thought they were
laughing
just
at me now.
daguerreotypes.
or even online. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
This girl over here looks sick. Like,
Yes, Victoria.
Victoria doesn't waste a second kissing ass. Looks
and
like
there's
somebody
the
was
art
already
style
working on
you see.
this.
It's very
Cool.
watercolor-esque. Looks like a cheap rendition of Photoshop or other photo manipulation. But this girl, Kate, she looks sick. I think she may talk about it later.
Hi, Kate.
Oh,
And it may be
Max.
just the voice actor that's doing her voice, but she sounds like,
Kate,
almost got
I
a
hope
stuffy
I didn't
nose.
embarrass you with my lame answer.
it sucks to be dragged into the spotlight.
Unless you're Victoria.
She's got nothing on you, Max. Well, I should get going.
Yeah, me too.
I should
Talk
get
to you
going
later.
while I sit here
Sure.
and look at myself. So that was Kate. Dear Kate, we love your porn video.
Now I wish I
XOXO
wouldn't
Black
have
Hole
read
Academy.
this.
That's
Purge.
not weird. I wonder what that's about. Click the button. Click the button. Maybe there we go. See, I can't even hear my audio because it was so quiet.
Know that this photographic world is not for everybody.
And again, in the future, it'll be recorded at the same time, so it won't be as awkward, hopefully. And hopefully this audio, I can get it right. So these photos, that photo I took, it's one of these photos, and I believe they're like just collectibles. I don't think they actually have a big difference in the story in the long run. I mean, I think they're pretty decent photos. I want to get more into photography, but I've got a cell phone, and yeah, I can use my cell phone to take photos. I just haven't, taken the time to check it out. So as you can see, we're looking through her phone, or our phone if we're the character. She's talking to, that's Kate, the girl we just talked to. talking about getting tea at 4. And today is Max's birthday. Max is our character. And as a high school boy, he doesn't seem to get the fact that she doesn't want to talk to him. So, yes. Let's check out this tablet. With all the speed and power expected from a new Geralt, the new Greenlit, the GRLT 64S is packed with expanded features and manageability. You search what you want, where you want. Straight out of the camera, JPEG images already have a superb quality, including a new level of depth, sharpness, and malleability. Only for $52.99. Greenlit. It's like Steam Greenlight. Or a Kickstarter. She tried to get out of class. Yeah, I wanted to look at the TV because...
Man, he even has the best plasma HDTV for...
I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry.
Okay.
I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
I didn't have any time. Way too much homework.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude
Well, I can't
lecture
skip,
you, but life
but
won't
hopefully
wait
we'll
for
be
you
able
to play
to.
catch up. You're young, the world is yours.
Because like I said, none of this
blah,
has
blah, right?
any
But
relevance to
you
the
do have
story.
a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it.
And I believe he's about to say
Well,
a quote, which
all
is
you
one of my
need
favorite
Is
quotes.
the courage to share your gift with others. And that's what separates the artist
Or he doesn't.
from the amateur.
He doesn't say it. Well, he may say it later, I assume.
You didn't tell me how cute I looked yet.
I was about to.
Just getting you
You
ready.
always
Welcome to
look
the real world.
Just cute.
hot.
Then I might send you a special picture.
I'm not paying $150
Because Max wants everybody to see how cute she is. She plays it so shy.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total...
Then you have some credits roll.
I hate that class. It's so fucking boring.
And I think they were talking about our character. I like this music. I like this atmosphere it gives at the beginning. As we walk down a high school hallway. Life is Strange, Episode 1. Chrysalis. And I never had that sort of bullying in high school. It was mostly verbal. You know, it wasn't super mean, but I was usually bigger than the guys that were harassing me. So it didn't go too far. They didn't want it to get physical because it would have ended bad for both of us.
Empty. Good. Nobody can see my meltdown. Except for me.
Rachel
Now, who
Amber
bothers to
is
write
a
that crap?
bitch.
I feel like the universe is taunting me everywhere I go today. It all started with that bizarro dream in class.
It's not taunting you. Like I said
Am I
before
going
in my
crazy?
recording, that's actually pretty cool. Like whoever did that has some talent, and I would totally take a picture of it. Maybe there's some creep behind there with a camera.
Just relax. Stop torturing yourself. You have a gift.
Yep, and there goes your typical teenager making some rash decisions. I've destroyed a few art projects, a few things,
When a door
because I didn't like it
closes,
in the
a
moment. But
window
looking back,
opens.
I'm like, I wish I still
Or
had that.
Something like that. Okay, girl, you don't get a photo op
Yeah,
like
take
this
that
every
photo
day.
of that butterfly. Go on. And this moment right here, I think, is gonna define the rest of the series. It's you got the butterfly. To think of the butterfly effect. Again, along the lines of the choices you make affect the story. So.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared.
Yeah, let's talk about blowing up the school. That seems like a great idea.
You're the boss.
Let's hope you don't have a clock with you. And
so what do you want?
I hope you
I'm not trying to make
perimeter,
fun
as my
of
step-ass would say.
Muhammad Ahmed.
Now,
honestly, I think that what happened was terrible.
Wrong.
Like,
you got hella cash.
teachers
That's my
overreacting,
family,
and I've heard
Oh,
stories,
boo-hoo, poor little
especially in
rich kid.
Texas,
I know
of the
you've
past
been pumping drugs and
few
shit to
weeks
kids around here.
of stupid
I bet
things
your
happening in
respectable
schools
family
because
would help me out if I went to them.
they want to
Man, I
react
can
the way
see
they
the
want to. It's
headlines
just
now.
stupid.
Leave them
So,
out of this
I wasn't
bitch.
trying to make light of the
I
situation.
can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
And he's got a
You
gun.
don't know
Let's
who the fuck
let's
I am
chill
or
out,
who
bro.
you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down.
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Okay. As you can see, time is slowing down, but even if it was not, or especially if it was not, what does she expect to accomplish by stepping out and screaming no at the guy
Whoa.
who just shot a girl?
What the fuck? How can that be? I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl. I held up my hand. And then I was
So there's your
back
first
here.
glimpse at the big twist of this game.
I already
Or as
heard
far
the
as I know.
picture.
I have played this twice now, and both times I've
Now
only
Kate
gone
is being hassled
about
again.
15 minutes into it. I have
And
watched
Victoria's
one
phone
person
rings.
play, and they went about
This is real.
35 or 40 minutes into it, but
Can you give me an
I
example
do not-
of a
Damn, I
photographer?
cannot
I don't
believe
even know what
this.
the end of this episode is
Condition in
like.
black and
So
white.
Okay,
Um,
if I'm crazy,
I will definitely
I
tell you
might
once
as
we
well
get to
go
the
all
point
the
that I
way.
don't know anything anymore.
can I actually?
But here you've
reverse
got
time?
showing her
Why
power
Arvin?
that you can rewind time, and you'll see in the future in a few minutes that you actually go through a moment, you learn something, then you can go back and use that information
actually
or
did it.
use an object
Perfectly
or
captured.
whatever you have on you.
Time machine.
So
Anybody?
we're gonna take a selfie, start the moment over where he
Don't freak out.
talks to
Not
Max
yet.
about her selfie and
When I took my
being
selfie,
a
Jefferson asked me
dumb
a
word
question.
for a
If he does
wonderful-
again, I'll know this is for
wonderful
real.
expression.
Call a selfie.
That
A dumb word for a wonderful photographic
gift.
tradition. And Max has a gift.
I know I'm not
Of
dreaming
course,
this.
as you all know, the
It's
photo
real.
portrait has been popular
I can
since
tell.
the early 1800s.
And like I said before, the
Your generation.
daguerreotype.
So I can go
And I
back in
wonder if
time.
she says it right. I can't remember.
Selfie expression.
What if that girl isn't dead yet?
Couldn't resist. The point
Can I
remains
save
that
her?
the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for
I
as
need to go to the bathroom
long as it's
quickly
been
and
around.
check it out.
Now, Max, since you've captured our
I skipped
interest and
his
clearly wanna
little
join-
ramblings so we could just get to the point. Let's get over
I'm
there
sorry, but I
and help the
really
girl.
have to use the bathroom.
Nice try, Max. But you're not going to get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there anybody
Oh,
here
shit.
who knows their stuff?
Jefferson wants to keep me after
Louis Daguerre
class.
was a French painter
And I
who
need time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're
And I tried to go
totally
back
stuck in
right then,
retro
but
zone.
it's only once you see these little icons that
Very
you
good,
see
Victoria.
What if
where
I
you've
were
learned
willing
something
to
useful and you can go
give him
back and
the
talk
right
to them.
answer?
Find detail in people's
And we'll see
faces,
that
making them
in other
extremely popular
situations,
from the
even
1800s onward.
stuff you don't think is important, which you can go back and you can talk to someone and, you know, instead of them thinking you're an idiot or because they're all in high school and they kind of overreact, so instead of them just saying, oh, you're an idiot, stop talking to me, try to see if we can just stop, but you have to go all the way back. But these people, you know,
Max,
they're in high
since
school.
you've
They're going to
captured our interest
overreact
and
to what they
clearly wanna
see,
join
what they
the
hear. So you come up and try to talk to somebody, and she talks
The
about the
Daguerrean
daguerreotypes
process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre
instead of the
around
daguerreotype.
1830.
somebody
Anyways,
has been
you
reading
talk
as
to
well
one
as
girl at one
posing.
point about
Nice
some
work, Max.
technology she has, and you
The
label
Daguerrean
it wrong, you
process
say
made
something wrong, and
portraiture
she's like,
hugely popular,
"Get the
mainly
blank
because
away
it
from me!
gave
Get the
subjects
f away from me!
clear,
This,
defined
you're
features.
stupid." Which
You can
is
learn more when you
totally,
actually finish
it
reading
really
these on
captures that
chapters.
high school
Max,
high
you're
school
so far
experience of
way
people
ahead of everyone.
cussing you out or getting really mad at
Guys,
you
don't
for
forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday
for a simple
Heroes contest.
misunderstanding.
I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Max, you are not crazy. You are not dreaming. It's time to be an everyday hero.
He's probably gonna stop us anyways.
Victoria, you still have to
There he is.
Even if you're... I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry.
So this time we skip
I
because
never let one of photography.
we just want to get out of here.
I'm not avoiding, just...
Biding time, waiting for the elusive right moment.
Exactly.
Max,
Here's that quote.
don't wait too long.
I almost gave it away earlier.
John Lennon once said that
Life is what happens
is
when you're busy
happens
making
while
other
you're busy
plans.
making other plans.
It's definitely
Go on now. Don't let
and you
me
see we
stop.
have another time where we can actually rewind and talk to our teacher again.
Yes, Victoria, you still have to do your homework this week.
But that quote, it's
Excuse
definitely
me, Mr. Jefferson.
it makes a
can
lot
I
of sense.
talk
And
to
and
the
I saw
phone?
something in the New
Yes.
Yorker or someone
Excuse
posted
you.
about the
No,
New Yorker
Victoria.
this weekend.
Excuse us. I'd
and it
never
said,
let one
it
of
was a
photography's...
Little comment.
I'm on top of it.
It was a
I
comic
think
and it was
John
two
Lennon
kids and
once
it was
said
like,
that life
what do you
is
want to be when
happens
you
while
give
you're
up?
busy making other plans.
Max, you're
And I
on
said,
fire
give up.
today. All the right answers.
Not
Good.
grow up. So
Make sure you finish working on it by today.
I think that says a lot about society today. We, as a society, we talk about, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do with your life? But it's
I hope
more,
I have
what do you
enough
want
time
to
to get
do
to
when
the
you give up
bathroom.
your dreams? What do you want to
Please.
do when
I
you
can't
stop
tell
trying
anybody.
to
They'll think I'm crazy.
go for it?
You know I don't tease.
I hate that science class.
So here we're in the bathroom again.
Okay,
She's
Max,
still trying to figure out
retrace
what's going
every
on.
step.
She's gonna wash her face, look at the thing,
washed
start
my
the
face.
photo,
I
take a
shredded
picture.
my photo. Then the butterfly flew in, and I took a photo.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
So he's got the gun out right
Come on,
now,
put that thing down.
trying to get a hammer so we
I
can.
need a hammer to break it open.
To control me.
I don't know how we knew there was a hammer
Hella
there.
more trouble for this
but-
than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass,
he
would they?
shot her.
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Holy shit, I can't let this happen. If I can reverse time again, I can help her.
Your retained facts and inventory you have, so we have the hammer,
Hella more
even though
trouble
we're
for this
rewinded.
than
So I wonder,
drugs.
would the hammer still be on the ground too?
No
Did we just
way.
make a copy of the
Don't
hammer?
ever touch me
Probably
again,
not,
freak!
because it's a video game and you can't really do that. Just you gotta work around it.
Another shitty day.
It's time continuum.
That did not happen.
So we managed to save
This
it.
cannot be real. I just saw a girl get shot and then
What the
saved
fuck
her.
is going on is
What
correct.
the fuck is going on? Do not freak out.
You got freaking porn stash here coming up and
That
creeping
means you
on
should be
girls coming out of the
outside.
I had to
bathroom.
use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Excuse for
Your
what?
face is
For whatever
covered in
you're
guilt.
up to, your face is covered in guilt.
Trip
Your
on out of
mom
here, little
tripped me
missy.
out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy.
Big porn stash.
Or are you hiding something? Huh?
Chill the fuck
Thank
out,
you, Mr.
man.
Madsen. The situation is
Stop
under
creeping
control.
on my,
There's no
uh,
emergency here.
on my friend
Leave
Max
Miss
here.
Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job.
I like how he just tells him to turn it off instead of, oh, I don't know, figure out if there's an actual emergency.
You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm just a little worried about my future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about?
His head kind of
You could
twitches a little
always
bit
be
wrong
upfront
for
with
me.
Max.
It's definitely in that
Or
uncanny
have
valley.
you done something wrong?
Nowhere even close.
Is that it? Well,
You
Max,
keep getting closer and
talk to me.
closer, dude. Back the hell up.
I just saw Nathan Prescott waving a gun around in the girls' room.
Nathan
Are you
Prescott.
sure you know who you're talking about?
You sure?
Yes, he was in the bathroom talking to himself with a gun. I saw everything. He was babbling like crazy.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. So now you saw this without him seeing you.
I was hiding behind a stall. I have the right to be there. It's the girls' room.
I know. I just want to be completely clear what happened.
Most distinguished
Mr. Prescott
family,
happens to be from
and
the
one of our
town's most
biggest, most
distinguished
honored
family.
students.
And one of Blackwell's
It's hard
most
for me to
honored
understand
students.
this because
So
they give us a lot of
Tarkin
money,
sees him
you see.
brandishing a weapon in the girl's
So I
bathroom.
can't go making accusations
happened
because
then?
they'll stop giving us money.
Then he left. I ran out here wondering what to do. Are you gonna bust him?
This is a serious charge. I'll look into the matter personally. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
That's it? After what I told
We'll
you?
continue this discussion later.
After what I
in
just
my
talked about
office.
with Mohammed,
Please go outside with the rest of your class.
if you said that in most schools today, even a school like this, which looks like a really expensive school, no, they wouldn't just say, let's talk about it later. They would call the cops. You would probably have that security guard with a baton breaking into lockers, pulling kids out of class, detaining them, interrogating them without their parents, which is one of the most illegal things I've ever heard of. But yeah, this kind of school definitely cannot afford to go there. I think we're going to leave it right there. As you can see, he's talking to Nathan Prescott.
Please come to the front office.
This was Life is Strange, and here's Rachel Amber. I think that was the girl
Amber.
that they talked about on
She
the
looks so
bathroom stall.
hopeful and
Rachel
pretty.
Amber is a bitch.
I wonder what happened.
So she's
to her.
missing. Looks like a lot of posters for her. But like I said, this is Life is Strange. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like it, comment. You can dislike it if you dislike it. Tell me what other games you'd like me to play, what other comments you have, and I'll